Why do people, including Christians, act so different on Sunday or in person and then different on social media? You know, the Bible has a lot to say just about how we are to talk. What is our speech to be like as Christians, whether it's on a Sunday morning at church or even if you're on social media. Sometimes people, including Christians, can be harsh on social media, but yet in public, they put on a different persona. I don't think that's how Jesus would want us to act. I don't think, for me, that's how I want to act on social media. I use social media as a tool for proclaiming the gospel in many different ways, because I want people to know Phil Corson, the social media person, as the same as Phil Corson, the Christian. And so therefore, I want to make sure that my life as well as my speech is coherent every day of the week and in every situation. And sometimes people can find it easier to express themselves on social media, and sometimes they express themselves harshly, or it can really come across as hateful speech. And so we are to be careful as Christians. The Bible says in the book of Psalms, it says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing unto you, God." And that's really what I aspire to as just a human being, but especially as a Christian. I want my words to be pleasing to God. I want my thoughts and the meditations of my heart to be pleasing to God. And how can they be pleasing to God if I'm one way in public and then another way and much more harsh when it comes to social media? Social media is a wonderful tool to be used for the purpose and the glory of God. But if we're not careful, we can allow our emotions to overtake us, and our emotions to overtake our speech, and to begin to say things and post things that are hurtful, that are hateful, and that are just not God glorifying. And so I want to encourage us all that to use social media for that purpose, to bring speech that edifies, to bring posts that edify, to let the words that you get into or that you write be encouraging and uplifting. Yeah, you're going to always and can post things that could be controversial. But even in the midst of controversy, let your words be gracious and kind. I'm reminded of the passage in 1 Peter 3, verse 15, where it talks about giving a defense for your faith. And then the process of giving a defense for our faith, to let our words be graced with gentleness and respect. And that's how we want to take those who may oppose us, those who may not agree with the post that we put down or what that we write about. Because I can assure you, there's always going to be somebody that's going to disagree with you. But in the process of having that disagreement and having this argument going back and forth, let's be gracious in our words. Let's be gracious in our response. Proverbs tells us that a soft answer turns away wrath. While we want to stand for the truth of God, now make sure that it's the truth of God that we're battling here and not what your perceived truth is. There will always be disagreements on this, but as we stand for the truth of God, let us be gracious with our words. Let us be encouraging with our words. And as the Bible says, let our words be seasoned with salt. Salt preserves, salt brings healing. Let our words be seasoned with salt. Let our words be seasoned with grace, that it may bring grace to the hearer, the one who's listening to those words that we say. Speech is a powerful thing. Words are powerful. The Bible says words can bring life or can bring death. And my encouragement for us, especially Christians, let our words bring life.